Welcome back to Sky Sports News. Delighted to say we're joined by the former England, Chelsea, Southampton, Leicester defender, Ryan Bertrand. Thanks for coming in to see us today. This is very exciting. But you've got some news that you want to share. So let's start with that.
Yeah, just to kind of clarify officially that I'll be retiring from football. And it's been a little while, but I get asked a lot of questions. When are you coming back, or what are you doing? So just to make that official that I'm retiring and very much looking forward to the next steps.
Some great memories there for you.
It was absolutely amazing. I mean, from dreams from a young boy to wanting to be a footballer to go on to achieve what I managed to achieve was, unbelievable. And, I'm forever grateful when I look back.
Yeah, you're only 34, and trust me, when you get to my age, that's still very young.
Not in my game.
So why now?
I've always been ahead of the curve. I really appreciated my time in the game, and I've been super excited about the business of sports. So I felt like staying ahead of the curve, I had things in position to transition quite easily, and I very much look forward to that. And when the time come, I was, thinking, what do I do? And, decided to just start the next journey.
Yeah, because transition is an important word, isn't it? Rather than retire, because the retirement gives you the idea, oh, that's it, I'm 34 and it's all done. You're transitioning into a whole new part of your life now, aren't you?
Yeah, indeed. I think, retiring, that's a hard stop, right? We're very much still young, possibly not inside the game, you're not young, but in the grand scheme of the world, you're very young and just getting started. So, I was fortunate to, study the game and understand what I wanted to do next, what my purpose would be. And I'm getting the wheels in motion in that now.
So what I'm hearing from you is a lot of players obviously think coaching and management and that side, but you're looking more at business avenues, the sort of administration, that side of football.
Yeah, completely obsessed about the business of sports. I very much see myself, how do I contribute to the evolution of football? I think we're in a fantastic phase at the moment where there's new technologies, new ownership groups, new competitors everywhere. Slightly uncomfortable, I think, from the fans' perspective. But I think through my analysis over the last year or so, just being a fan and being a businessman within the game, it's an exciting future ahead.
Yeah, it is exciting times, but you had an exciting career as well. What was your highlight?
The two clear ones, I think, is England. Playing for England. I think lining up for your country is the most amazing thing. I think that really is a moment that takes you back. But on par with the Champions League result with Chelsea, I think that's very, very prominent.
Yeah, we'll get on to England in a moment. It's nice to see those pictures. But let's talk about the Champions League. I mean, beating Bayern in their own backyard on penalties. Nobody really gave Chelsea a chance, especially with the suspensions going into that game. First of all, when did you know you were playing?
It was that afternoon. I had an inkling before. I think if you look at the Premier League games towards the end of that season, I featured as a left winger in the last couple of games or so. And in training for the last month or so, we was developing that tactic. So you had a sense, but I never truly believed it would happen. But I knew I had to stay ready just in case. And Robbie pulled me on the afternoon of the game and told me I was starting, and I said, no problem. And thankfully it all worked out.
It more than worked out, didn't it? I mean, in the build-up, it was in their stadium.
Yeah.
And they unfurled that huge banner at the end. And I don't know if you understand German. It said something like, our ground, our trophy, or something like that.
Yeah.
Was that quite intimidating to be playing in the Allianz against Bayern in a Champions League final?
I think so. But I think in the time, I was so focused on, playing my role, trying to get the right result. On my journey coming up, I was on loan at Nottingham Forest one time, and Billy Davies was the manager, and he used to scream before games, play the game and not the occasion. And it was funny enough, it was that quote that he used to say, very loud. that I took into that game and treated it just as another game.
But it wasn't just another game, because I think I'm right in saying it was a Champions League debut. You made your Champions League debut in a Champions League final against Bayern in their own ground. And that you couldn't write that one, could you?
No, I don't think so. I was thankful at the time. I had so many role models to learn from in the team. And the Chelsea team was full of leaders and captains. You look at the story, how we got to the final, the emotion that it took, so being part of that every step of the way, even though, not on the pitch until the final. I felt engaged, and I had all the tools that I needed necessary and all the support to play my role.
Yeah, that Barcelona game was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot has been made as well of the videos that Di Matteo played to the team the night before, which kind of caught everyone by surprise. Just explain what that was.
Yeah, just it was part of his management style, I think. And sometimes, within this ecosystem of sports, there's so many intangible elements that make people successful or clubs successful that you can't learn on a paperwork. And that was a very, very interesting touch where he kind of diffused the whole situation and brought back our sense of purpose and why we started. And I feel that brought us together and lowered our nerves, so to speak.
Yeah, because it was video messages from the family, wasn't it? Which
it
was a really nice touch. Celebrations afterwards, you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was nice. There's a couple of pictures being thrown in the pool. I think Didier was instrumental in that, and coming back to see the streets of Chelsea, just unbelievable moments. To see the floods of fans and to be part of such a monumental occasion, and it just gets bigger. To be honest, it gets bigger and better the further it gets away.
Yeah, because what was kind of strange of that is most of the fans who were kind of in Munich couldn't get back in time for that. So it gave the fans who couldn't go something to sort of celebrate with you.
Definitely, and I think that really brought it home. One thing, the fans, the support in the stadium was unbelievable in the streets, in the build-up out in Munich, and then to come home and the amount of fans, the sea of Chelsea fans there, to see their appreciation and to give thanks back to them was amazing.
Yeah. You had a lot of loan spells while at Chelsea. You mentioned a bit of that. How much did that help you grow as a player?
A lot, and I think that's the key word. I think it's growing. I think you go through challenges as a man, young man, living on your own, finding your routines. And what you do, you really get to know yourself as a player and a person. And I think that all, built me to being able to take my opportunity when it come to the bigger games.